Good afternoon. I'm Erica Sargent.
And I'm Brett Edwards. We begin with breaking news. Governor Pritzker revealing plans about how and when the state can reopen.
CBS 2 political investigator Dana Kozlov live at the Thompson Center with what it means for businesses, schools, and more. Dana.
Erica and Brad, it's certainly information that a lot of people can say makes them feel hopeful about what lies ahead over the next many weeks and even months. You know, as other states started to reopen the states over the last several days, Governor J.B. Pritzker had been repeatedly asked, what is Illinois' plan to reopen? And today, that is exactly what Governor Pritzker discussed when he announced his 5-phase data-driven regional plan to reopen the state. That means, though, that some areas or regions of the state may see a loosening of restrictions before other regions of the state. And by the way, the entire state at this point is already in phase 2 of those 5 phases. So here is what the next phase, phase 3, looks like. First of all, the governor cautions he doesn't expect that anything that isn't already reopened will allow to be reopened until at least May 29th at the earliest. But when certain COVID-19 statistics are met in certain regions, then non-essential businesses, some of them can reopen with limits. That would include manufacturing, offices, salons, and barbershops. And at that point, also non-essential gatherings of 10 people or fewer could take place. Then there's phase 4, the revitalization stage. That's when other businesses can reopen. That includes restaurants and bars. Non-essential travel can resume. Childcare and schools can also open again under guidance from the state health department. And at that point, the governor says gatherings of 50 or fewer people can also take place. And then there's stage 5. That is the complete reopening of the state. But the governor cautions that will not happen until a vaccine or treatment is widely available, or if there's the elimination of a substantial number of COVID-19 cases over a sustained period of time.
It brings me no joy to say this, but based on what the experts tell us and everything we know about this virus and how easily it spreads in a crowd, large conventions, festivals, and other major events will be on hold until we reach phase 5.
Until we reach phase 5. Again, the entire state right now in phase 2. Now, the governor says that people throughout the state can track regional progress and as these metrics are being met on the state health department website. Chicago and Cook County is in the northeast region of the state, along with 8 surrounding counties. Just based on the number of COVID-19 cases in this area alone, it would be my guess that this area would be the last to reopen. But again, it is going to be statistics-driven, data-driven, science-driven, and so we'll have to see what happens over the next several weeks and, again, months. Reporting live outside the Thompson Center, Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Dana.